Hello, this is Riku558, and let's see, after about half a year after building this guy, I'm finally reviewing the Master Grade 1-100 Nemo. And it's a grunt suit from the Zeta Gundam series, I believe. It was basically the replacement for the GM, I guess. I don't know too much about it, but I really like the design, so I bought it. I still need to watch Zeta Gundam. Gas, I know. Anyways, going on to colors, we have, the yellow, very good navy blue. It's not quite black. You can probably see it on camera, since this camera's pretty good at picking up colors. Got a light Gundam gray, and then a very nice. It's actually more like a green color in real life, but on camera it looks more like a teal. So just take my word for it, it's actually just green. I don't know why it's showing up like this. Maybe if I put more light on it. No, now it looks blue. Anyways, yeah, it's a green color. It's definitely a solid green. I guess in my camera it looks like a teal, because I can see it. Let's see, you got a little bit of red for the cockpit hatch and the feet, which is a separate piece. The shoulder vents, and inside of these thrusters, and clear orange for the face visor, and the top of the helmet right here. And that's it. So let me get rid of the accessories, and I'll go over articulation. So articulation's pretty good. If you've seen the Gundam Mark II, it's pretty similar to that. It's only missing a couple gimmicks. So here we go. The head will rotate 360. Let's see, I think it's on a peg. Yeah, it's on a ball joint and a peg, pegged into the body, ball joint to the neck, obviously. So it can only go side to side slightly and go forward and back quite a bit because it's on like a hinge. The arms will go forward a little, backward a decent amount. The shoulder will move up like that. These little flaps move right here, and then the shoulder armor moves separate from the body. So in addition to that, the arm goes out normally this much, and then with everything put together it goes out that far. So that's pretty good. Obviously arms will rotate below the shoulder, bend full 180. There's no wrist joint thing, just on a ball joint, so it rotates and wiggles. We have the, I guess this is the modern Gundam fingers, with the 3-finger trigger finger split on ball joints, and a ball jointed thumb, but thumb guard doesn't let it go up all the way, and got that little peg for holding weapons. Moving on, the cockpit does open. You open up this little tiny hatch, and you pull this guy out, just like the Gundam Mark II, only this hatch is a lot larger on the top. You just lift it up, and you can see the yellow pilot inside, which I really like, because most pilots are usually like a darker color, so in the dark it's almost impossible to see on camera, but look, I'm giving it barely any light, you can still see it in there, and in the light you can see it perfectly, so that's good. I really like that. Also, nice detailings with the gray panel on the inside that shows it's more mechanical. Anyways, for waist articulation, it can rotate side to side. I'm gonna guess it could rotate 360, but we got this giant waist piece to contend with, and that's it, actually. I think it's on, like I said earlier, it's similar to the Gundam Mark II, and as far as I'm concerned, it was actually made in, the frame was actually used for the Gundam Mark II. I guess this was like a preliminary run for the frame, because this was released right before the Mark II 2.0 came out. And anyways, getting back to the topic, there's a ball joint here in this torso, so it can wiggle and rotate. So that's it. Skirt armors are on a ball joint. They can go all the way up. Got some nice mechanical detail in here. Side skirts are just like the Mark II, with a peg and polycap, so it can go up and down and rotate a bit. Back skirts do not move, but they do have opening hatches for beam sabers. Let's just focus on that. There you go. And one fell out just a moment ago. I'm not going to put it back in so I can show it later. Anyways, the legs have that same gimmick that the Mark II has, since obviously they're the same frame, where they can move forward the hips, and the legs will be able to make a proper kneeling pose, and just slides back in place and locks. Legs on ball joints, attached by the hip by ball joints, so they can go forward quite a bit, back a bit, just a little, in and out from the body this much. No rotation, they can wiggle a little. Legs bend a little bit more than 90 degrees, and the feet are on a single ball joint, I believe, so they can go side to side and rotate a little, because I think they have a attached joint or something, I don't know. It's just not rotating, and ankle guards move up and down. Alright, they have that piston. Let's see it. I think it's a working piston. Can't get my camera to focus easily. There it is. Yep. Nice little pistons. And that's it for articulation. Actually, wait, no, it isn't. My bad. The feet can go up and down, and I believe the back of the feet? No, that's on the Mark II. So the feet can go up and down for kneeling poses, and that should be the articulation. I guess this is part of it, but it's a gimmick. The leg thrusters can go open like that, and then that's it. To show inner frame, I guess. It's not really articulation, because all it does is show inner frame. I think it does something in the show, but I'm not sure. And just to do it, put it back, you just pull down and push back up, so it'll lock in place. And that should be it. Moving on to accessories, he has a very limited amount. He has the shield, which, like in most mobile suits of the Zeta era, it had a compacting shield, like the Gunner Mark II did. All you need to do is pull it up from here and slide. And what's interesting is that this entire section slides on the bottom part instead of the other way around on the Mark II, where I believe the bottom the shield attachment slid from the top, so the bottom went up instead of the top going down. Sounds kind of weird from the way I just said it, but there is a difference. Anyways, it attaches just like the Mark II with two different attachment points, so it can go on the back or on the side, which I like better, the side. And there's a hole on the back of both of the arms, and a peg just pegs in, and you're done. And next is a little beam gun. I think it's just a beam rifle. Has a little hole for the hand, and obviously you can hold it because he was holding it earlier. Just get that trigger finger in there, and the thumb out of the way, and just fit it in. Peg, hold, and actually, I noticed that the Nemo holds this beam rifle exceptionally well. That peg's still really strong. I haven't messed with it too much, so that's probably why, but I really like the strong connection, because my Sinanju, his beam rifle couldn't hold in his hand for the life of him, but this one holds really well, probably because it's lighter. Anyways, the last accessory, because I'm going on a bajillion tangents, is the beam saber. Now, it's the exact same design as the beam sabers from the Hyakushiki, which I believe I've reviewed, the Rick Diaz, I've seen it, and a couple other, probably Zeta mobile suits with a weird design. I don't even know what it's called. And it comes with green beams. All you do is plug it in, and oh wait, I'm gonna get a better one. plug it in. There you go. And it fits perfectly. That one was a bit loose. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any holes on this thing. It's just a solid piece, so the pegs won't help, but since the fingers are pretty well articulated to begin with, they should be able to hold it fine. And there you go. Let's see, this mold suit does not come with stickers, which is why I never mentioned it, which is a plus because it doesn't need the stickers except for maybe a few paint applications here and there that they couldn't do because it's hard. The paint app I did was a Gundam marker to fill in the vents gray. It was originally all red. Same with the leg thrusters. I did paint one part on this kit, and in case you guys didn't know, it was actually the inside of the Nemo's head. I painted it silver so that the details would show much more easily and it would be much brighter. Because normally this orange is pretty dark, and I believe I went over the visor with orange Sharpie just to brighten it up a little bit. Don't really recall. Matter of fact, I put orange Sharpie on the back of the helmet. So yeah, I don't know if that worked out. Anyways, so that's it for the Nemo. Very nice model kit. I did forget to mention one last detail that I really appreciate. If I can take off the shield, let's see. When I bend it, this green piece here, they specifically added it to cover up the inner frame to make it look like more of a flush arm joint instead of like a mechanical joint. I mean, I know people like having the inner frame show, but there's a nice little bit to have armor covering up the elbow as it bends. That's pretty nice. And that's actually all I wanted to mention about that. So, let's see, for my final thoughts, this kit cost me about $30 to $40. That was including shipping. And I really am satisfied with this kit. This kit is probably like one of my favorite master grades, actually. Just because it works really well. The design is really nice, except for how long the head is. That's about it. And it's just a really well detailed kit, because most master grades have stickers every now and then for like small details that they couldn't mold in, but they have really nice color separation for a Gundam of its age, or a model kit, and the red thruster is really won me over, to be honest. Just looked really nice. That's a really good price point. I think Gundam Store More sold it for $33, so that's a pretty good price. All in all, I really recommend this guy. If you can find him for $33, like I did in Gundam Store More, if it's still in stock there, go ahead and buy it. It's amazing. I love it. Anyways, I'm going to be making more reviews, just letting you know. I probably will stop around August 29th, because that's when I start taking college courses, because I'm in college. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.